Hey guys, it's Jen from Generator 74. I'm still sick. I actually took off work today, but I'm hoping I can get this video narrated without having a terrible coughing fit. So, this card is made using a CC Design stamp, and I'm not sure of the name of it, but the paper is Authentique Festive. The CC Design stamp is Party Lucy. And as soon as I saw this stamp, I knew I wanted to color her dress in green and use it on a Christmas card. So that's what I did. And here I'm just using my Big Shot and my oval, small oval die to cut around the image. And then you see in the bottom right hand corner there, I'm going to use a scalloped oval to cut out a piece for a layering piece behind it using that red paper from the paper pad. And I had it taped on because it was shifting a little bit and I wanted to make sure that it didn't move whenever I ran it through the machine. So the tape just peels right off and is perfect. Running through the scallop piece there. I always line it up as close to the edge as possible, that way I waste the least amount of paper. That's just me. It's not like I don't have enough paper. I probably could craft the rest of my life and never buy another piece of paper and not run out, but I'm still kind of stingy with it. And here I'm inking around the edges with some distress ink, and I believe that's brushed corduroy. It's my go-to color. I'm going to need a new one or a re-inker or something soon. And then just attaching the image to the scallop. This stamp is so cute. I love it. I like that she's not holding anything, so it can be used, you know, on any kind of different card. Not just like birthday or Christmas or whatever, but she's just cute and she's just standing there, so color her any color you want and use her however you want, I guess. And this card's actually going to a friend of mine who is our pastor's wife, and the card that I made for him was using the same paper stack. It was the cardinal card, and there is a process video for that as well if you want to check it out and haven't already done so. So in this way they sort of coordinate with each other, and that's perfect because these two are inseparable and they're just the cutest couple. Yeah, they're adorable. So anyway, I'm just cutting out a little bit of a border using that music sheet that is from the actual top of each of these papers. They all have that music note paper at the top of them. So instead of wasting it, I'm using it. This paper pad doesn't have a hole in the top, so that makes it nice because all of those border strips are ready to be used. Just ink it up and go to town. The cardinal card that I made used the same polka dot paper, so they definitely go well together. And then just trim off the edges of that border strip. Placing the image on just to see how it looks. I know I need to add some more stuff to the card to make it... Oh, I thought I was going to have a coughing fit there for a second. To snazz it up a little bit. So I'm looking to see that piece of paper there, how I want to use it. I'm going to cut it into a ribbon edge. It's funny, the pieces that I cut out to make that ribbon edge, the back side is red, and they were just perfect, and they sort of fell on the table, and I thought, hey, these would make really cute little corners to this strip, so I used them. Talk about stingy, right? I mean, normally I would just throw that away, but I was looking for a little extra something, and it worked out, so it is what it is. Inking up that piece with the same distress inks, the brushed corduroy, to make it blend in with the rest of the card. I'm going to go ahead and adhere that to the card front. I usually don't attach the card front to the card base until I'm done, figuring out what I'm going to put on there, just because if I'm going to add brads or something, which that's what I'm going to do, it makes it nice because you can put it through that piece and not have the back of the brads on the inside of the card. Because to me, that's a very unfinished, sort of messy look, and I don't care for it. So whenever possible, I do it before I attach it. I had all my brads in a tiny little plastic container that I kept in like a rotating embellishment rack. They were so hard, I had to dump them out every time. So I just put them in that little glass dish for now, because I've been using them a lot lately. It just makes it easier. So see here, the backs will be on this piece of paper, and when I attach that to the card base, you won't see it at all. Excuse me. Using some 3-dimensional tape here on the back of the image to pop it up. You see that piece of ribbon in the upper right hand corner? I'm going to look at this card and I'm going to say there's just a little something that still needs added. And that piece of ribbon is actually... looks like I'm doing CPR to the card front. That was pretty funny. There was a smaller little piece of that ribbon, so I just grabbed it, stapled it together, and then I'm going to glue it in there. You know, it just adds a little bit of shine, a little bit of something to the card, and it helps it to match the cardinal card that is for her husband. So, and I know that she will keep these cards out like on her mantle or somewhere in her house on display, so it'll be nice that they match. And then I'm going to work on the inside of the card, apparently. Sorry. I didn't attach the card front to the card base yet, just because that glue was really wet and I wanted to give it a few minutes to set up. So I was working on this, but I still haven't put the sentiment on the front of the card. So I'll be coming back and doing that in a minute or two. But I'm just inking up. This is the scrap, you know, that I had cut the oval from, and I like to use every little bit, so I'm going to put this on the inside of the card and then layer papers over it so that I'm not wasting solid sheets of paper for the inside. Just marked it with my fingernail so I know where to cut it. It's just faster than grabbing a pencil, and again, I never measure anything, so I just sort of go with it. Attaching that to the inside of the card, and now I need to find something to use to write on the inside, so I'm bringing back in my Big Shot and going to cut out, I believe, another scallop. Yep, the larger scallop die for my Spellbinder set. I'm going to use that to write on the inside, so I'm going to ink it up to match and cover up that white edge of the paper. And oh, there's my pencil. So I'm just grabbing that extra little music sheet piece, inking it up, and then I'm going to fill in that little black space on the edge. I debated just filling it in with white gel pen, but I decided I like that better. And then attaching the scallop in the center for me to write on. And now I'm looking for a sentiment, looking to see what would fit, what would go well. Remembering what I had on her husband's card, which was Happy Holidays. And then I chose to Celebrate the Season. This will go on the front of the card. I was trying to decide which color I wanted on the front, and I went with a green. I think it just was a more muted look, and the white was so bright that it sort of took away from the image on the card. So putting some ATG tape in the back of that to attach it to the front. Now that the glue set up for that ribbon, and now the front's done, now I'm going to pick a sentiment or something for the inside. And I felt like it needed a little something still in the upper right hand corner, so I ended up choosing this Joy stamp on the same green as on the bottom there, and then I'm just going to punch it out with a circle and attach it to the inside. So that finishes up the card for today. Thank you so much for watching. It's been really fun making these videos and seeing the comments, so please leave me a comment, let me know what you think, and let me know if there's anything that you would like to see that you haven't seen, and I'll see what I can do. So there's a still of the front, and I showed you the inside, so thanks a lot. Bye.